Welcome, beautiful soul. It's an honor to co-create this space with you. So I've been watching some very, very interesting reels this morning and having some tremendously inspiring, fascinating discussions as a result of those reels and things that I've been seeing online. And so I wanted to come here and talk a little bit about what it is that all of these discussions have sparked within me. You'll often hear me say that I see the human design chart essentially as a storytelling tool, and that our job, or that the adventure really begins when we are able to find the story within any given chart, because charts are, contain within them infinite numbers of stories. The real adventure and the real empowerment begins when we can choose the story that most empowers us or resonates with us in the moment. And it occurs to me that the reason that I see the charts in this way, and the reason that I see the world in this way, is because of a fundamental belief that I have. Now, what is this fundamental belief? The fundamental belief essentially is that at our core, human beings are nothing more or less than meaning-making machines. We are we exist in this world, and in order to make meaning of it, to make sense of it, to have a sense of grounding within our world, and to give ourselves a sense of containment, a sense of purpose, right? Or to use to use other words, in order to make to reduce cognitive dissonance, or to make our left brain happy, right? These are all terms that I use because this is my, this is my background in psychology, right? In literature. It's very quite possible that that I'm hung up on stories because I have such a degree in literature, or it's equally possible that in my case I'm, if you want to say hung up on, or that it resonates with me, that we are meaning-making machines because I have a degree and a background in psychology. But regardless of how I came to this, and all of these beliefs I've come to through experience and through observations and through finding ways to make meaning for myself. And so fundamentally I believe that the human being is at our core, we are meaning-making machines, and we then find and the way that we make meaning and create a sense of security and solid ground within ourselves is through storytelling, right? This way we can make sense of this is the best way that we can make sense of what's going on around us, within us, is to tell stories about it. So, which is, I think, the most powerful resource we have within us, is the ability to tell stories and make meaning, fundamentally. And so when I look at a chart, or when I look at any kind of system, right, and why does it resonate, or I it's because of the story that we tell ourselves about that system, or the meaning that we make of it, right? And so this is essentially the reason that I find it so empowering to look at a chart, or to look at the reasons why we might behave the way that we do, right? And see them as at their core the reasons being the stories that we tell ourselves, and the beliefs that we have. And again, what is a belief other than a story that we keep telling ourselves over and over and over again? And so it's and once we realize that, and once we're able to consciously decide what stories it is that we want to tell ourselves, and how we want to navigate the world, and how we would what we would rather believe. I'm not saying that it happens by any means instantaneously. These beliefs that we have, these stories that we've told ourselves, they are beliefs, most of them unconscious beliefs, because these are stories that we've either heard from other people, caregivers, right? For many generations, they've been inculcated within us, and they're really in our DNA, and in our subconscious and collective unconscious experience. But it is possible, if one is conscious of doing so, and if one has the intention to do so, to shift these stories, and to shift the way that we navigate the world. And it is my firm belief, again, the story that I tell myself, that one of the best ways, most effective ways to do that, is to look at in my case, human design chart. Look at the archetypes within that chart, be they the gates, the gene keys, the centers themselves, which are all archetypes, which are all collective stories that we agree upon. We agree that for example, let's just take a gate that's currently now, according to the true sidereal system, currently in the sky. We have the gate 51 in the sun. Collectively, we agree that this gate is the gate of shock. It's the gate of initiation. It's the agitation there. This is all meanings that we now assign, for example, to the gate 51. Right? We look at these archetypes within a chart, and we look at what they might mean for you or for me, right? and in that process we hopefully make some sense of and make meaning that resonates with us and for us, as far as how and why, and it gives us a sense of grounding of what it is that we're doing here, and why we're doing it, and what's important to us, and what's valuable to us, and why we tell ourselves the stories that we tell ourselves, and if we're lucky, then we are able to find not only peace, and reduced cognitive dissonance, but a sense of meaning and a sense of empowerment, and at its core, really a sense of transformation, which is why I'm so passionate about human design and the gene keys and all the archetypes therein, because it really has a potential to be a fundamentally transformative tool, and a tool of empowerment if we're open to it. So, as I say, this is just all of this came as a result of my watching some very interesting reels this morning by my friend and colleague Nick, the authentic astrologer, and discussions that we've been having as a result. And so I thought I would share them with all of you here now. And I thank you for once again co-creating this space with me. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And as always, may the force be with you.